Okay, I will check if Konstantin wants to join out.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, so yeah, I think also Thomas already has accepted. Not sure, but I guess maybe we can. Sahindra, or do you think can we start without Thomas?
Yes, I assume that he arranged the meetings, but is very busy. I had a short talk with him today. He called me. I can start with this. It's because of your access to database, and he asked me some questions because I said, okay, that had nothing to do with Cloud Data Hub. That's completely separated. And from my point, I told him from my point of view, it's necessary that we have access to this database because there's so much business logic implemented in the database. I don't know. And he will contact concerned person, responsible person directly, and how they can go on there.
Yeah, indeed. Just some minutes back, so we received this email from. Yeah, I think we are all in CC. So yeah, so clear on this. So regarding our topics, I guess let's start. Yeah, so let's start. Following our topics one by one, maybe we start with commercial finance topic, and maybe let's ask, I don't know, Robert, how is currently the situation with commercial finance data delivery? So.
I actually at the moment have two issues. Yes, I have two issues listed in my list. One is that's something I expect from you. The other one is just on the monitoring part. So let's start from the second one, that actually just for your information what we are currently doing prior to moving forward. So what I'm doing with the back office team, we see some inconsistencies in the outstanding amounts that are being delivered. So we cannot find any rule, any dependencies why it's behaving the way it's behaving. At the beginning of the month, we have seen some differences in the amounts, but currently we have the 16th of the September, and it's the second day they seem to be correct ones. So that's something we are monitoring, and the next time pops up, most probably will be reaching out to you, creating tickets. Because an interesting example, Sachindra, you were you were responding to my email with this contract that was already with us for some time. Then it popped up yesterday because I don't know what, with the correct value, and they repaid everything. So it's zero, but zero is the correct value for that one. So there's something that is really making me a bit anxious because I have no idea what's going on, and there is nothing happening that should affect data, and they are changing in unpredictable way. So that's something we are monitoring.
So sorry, one question. This 241/2 is now correct with zero.
Yeah, it's correct with zero. They have as I wrote in email. Hello. Second.
That's exactly one of the cases where I say, okay, that's a lot of business logic in the U, and this. I also told Thomas, it's required that you are able to access it. There's a case statement, a complex case statement, and if one value switches, then of course that it can switch from 6 million to 0 and back. I think I attached the SQL here just to show to you that exactly this value is dependent on a lot of input parameters.
So I could assume that something triggered that change and update of the information. The other thing is that we don't know what. And that makes me a little bit scary that we don't understand how the data is being shaped and what actually triggers them. Because in this example that I showed you, it seems that we did everything as it was supposed to be done. So there's this contract signature, and there was a load. After the load, we did the pipeline map update. with the correct link, and then there was some real operations that were happening. Here I added something that in theory affect. It was regarding different deal that we were fixing the error. Then was the full tranche repayment, and then it was email sent on the 15th. Hey, the last tranche that was not repaid but was disbursed over 3 days ago pops up as the currently outstanding amount balance.
Yeah.
So
let me have a look for that contract afterwards, because the issue what I see is it could be that you, for example, you expected these 6,500,000 whatever before the 12th of September, and it didn't show up, and it was not linked to the correct dealer, and then up to that date it was wrong to show zero. But now it is zero and it is now correct. And now the zero is just also didn't send the charge before. So it could be that the business partner is missing. So let me track this contract back, and I will have a look for that, because I think I had a look already for that contract 241/2.
Yeah,
and there was a problem with the business partner. Mm-hmm. So there was never a correct value set for that business partner. And if you do not have a business partner, and normally you should have two business partners for a contract: the dealer and the customer. Mm. And if you have these two values, the business partner is stable, then it will not show up. It will show zero. And up to that, it was not correct to show zero. But now, because you say, okay, the update is now paid or whatever, and now it's correct with zero. This is the topic we need to figure out. And I think this is.
Yeah, wonderful. Highly appreciate that. And of course, the question is if I understood that it was zero because we knew that there was a problem. Now, immediately when I have seen the amount, hey, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Well, it happened.
But it could be now correct to have zero because it is paid or whatever. There is now.
Now it's zero.
Yeah. And before it should have shown 6 million, but it didn't show up because of a missing business partner.
Mm. Okay.
This could be. Let me have
wonderful.
Look for history for that contract.
Wonderful. And then okay, you will sign your station, because we see, for example, that the other dealer that I'm monitoring that kind of is from this bunch of the new contracts to the Rolf is good. Mm-hmm. They had yesterday there was a tranche additionally 608 million summed up, so this looks fine. Mm-hmm. And now kind of the legacy error. So we had this discussion. Also, it's referring to this missing partner link. Yeah, and now we have to understand what exactly we have to do to get this name correctly shown. So I understand there should be some kind of the link with the CRS tables with the business partner, and we have a tool for that. We have a tool. This RCM manual interface.
Yeah, that's correct.
Here it is. And we are periodically using that. Oh, come on. Oh, doesn't matter. I don't know why it periodically does that. So we are using that, and we can, for example, if you give me precise information what exactly is expected from us, like here you have to update this table, this contract table entry with something, we can do that. But we have to understand exactly step by step what is expected for us. Not just missing link, it has to be created because we don't have that knowledge.
Let's make it simple. If you send me the correct CRS dealer for these contracts, for these 25 AL 24, then I can have a look in the CRS table what number, what ID this dealer name is, because I assume there was a change in this CRS ID somehow, and I assume that there is the wrong, or there's two possibilities. Either there is no CRS ID transferred from your side to RCM, that this field is zero, also is null, or there is the wrong ID. And I had a look, I think, last week, and there was the wrong ID or the old ID for this. I think there was a change in this CRS link, and you have an old CRS ID and you have a new CRS ID, something like that. And I assume that either you have not sent the ID completely, there is null, or there is the wrong one. And just send me what CRS ID or what dealer name would be the correct one. Then I can have a look in the CRS table, what the ID for this dealer would be, and then can have a look how to send it in the correct RCM. Then we can have for these three contracts, for example, a manual upload.
Yeah. Okay. So, as I understand, the CRS dealer ID, the correct one from our CRS system. So I will ask the colleagues that are within the CRS.
Yeah.
And for me to understand, are we sending the CRS dealer ID? I think we are. So I can, on our end, in our system, check if it's the correct one entered. And then also, because I know that their names are kind of different across systems, so just double check with the correct dealer name. So it's easier. So it's easier for you to look on.
Correct.
Okay, good. So that's on my.
Just one question. Would it be expected to have a group dealer name? Is this from your side expected to have here a grouping of the names? It could be that it's correct that you have null and that you do not have groups. For example, a group would be, I think, when you have a group name, let's say ABC, and you have then under ABC you have three dealers. So this is meant by dealer group name. But I think these are all single dealers with no group itself. So I think it could.
Let's have a quick look. So a quick look because this is the dealer mapping. And for example, if I look on the one that we previously mentioned, the one that we were updating, this one, this is the Atlas, and this is, here you see this Atlas BMW division. It's not even kind of named here. So it's most probably linked with how it looks like in the CRS. But actually, good point.
But I think it's a single dealer. It's a single dealer. It's not a dealer that is linked in a group or to a group, in my eyes. So you would have, for example, Atlas A, Atlas B, Atlas C, and this is linked together under a group name Atlas, for example. This would be such a combination. But it could be in your case that you just have single dealers without a group name, and this null in dealer group name is correct. I don't know.
I'll check because yes, when I'm looking on the data, we'll check with colleagues. But when I look on the data, we see that, for example, for the dealer group Atlas,
and they have this Krasnodar and they have this Sochi.
and the Sochi, and they have different rating dealer ID, but and different loan dealer ID.
Yeah. And in this case, it could be, for example, that you have a group Atlas that has the childs, in this case, Krasnodar and Sochi. This could be, I don't know. You have this.
And this group, and this group, the structure of the group where it's held. where it's held.
Yeah, this is the topic I have to check, because I don't know if this was set up for Russia. I really have to check this in the database. This is if we have this for other markets or for other dealers. But as I see this, these are all dealers what we have currently, or service portfolio. I assume there is no. This is not set.
Me neither, because we are doing the assessments dealer by dealer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it would make sense that it does not make sense to keep a group in here, because then the IFRS is working per each CRS assessment and per each different rating classes. So
that is what we. So it could be really correct that you have no dealer group name. That null is in this case correct, but this CRS dealer name is not correct. There should be a dealer name. This is the topic.
I'm not much worried about the dealer group name at the moment. I'm worried about the dealer name.
Correct. And
because this creates unclassified, unrated class creates for us, and then it has to be manually adjusted. So
absolutely.
Okay, good. Noted down. I know what to do on my end. Then Evgeny, please move forward.
But this, I mean, for this specific credit line for Atlas, it's the single issue we have with, or investigation with commercial finance.
The Atlas,
I think you mentioned two issues.
Was investigation. Yeah, we had two issues. So the issue number one was the outstanding amount that is changing in uncontrolled manner, and we don't understand why it was wrong, and now it's coming good one. It's not only for the second line that popped up immediately with the correct amount and then brought down the zero to the correct amount, but also for others. And that was one topic. The second topic is the lack of the name of the dealer, because this creates further. It's not just the name in the report; it creates further issues within the IFRS 9 application, within provisioning, etc. So the name is driving further activities that controlling has to do and to fix this. That's right.
Okay.
That's the other two issues.
Okay. Then, these are also noted down for commercial finance. So for balanced platform topic, so maybe a very first question, very wondering regarding the status for our CM int environment, this rebuild.
The rebuild is still running because they had some problems. I hope that we can have it back within this week, that we can get at least the stage that we can deliver on integration to our data. I will keep you informed. Currently, I have no goal from the IBM team.
So we target in end of this week. In the meantime, also just somehow kind of similar stuff happening on our side. So we in our contract management system, not in balance platform, but in our CFD bank, we have a regular activity that new major version is released of a product, of overall CFD bank product, 3 times a year. And when preparing for this upgrade, for new version, we have UAT environment unavailable for around 1 month. And this period has started exactly yesterday. So I would say it's not a big impact in terms of, we still can deliver the data. The problem, or maybe the question, is which exactly data to deliver. So we have prod environment, we have another test environment, I would say, which we can, or another UAT environment. So, but the data would differ, I would say. So my personal opinion, since we do not have any running user test, I would say, so we are not checking any data from user perspective. I would thinking maybe just to switch to delivering the prod data and prod data to int, and to investigate based on this, because maintaining this how do I say? Yes, so now we have been delivering the data from int of balanced platform and CFT, and maintaining this data would become more and more complicated and artificial process, because also when old int measurement is back and available to test, it will be fresh copy of production also. So yeah, so my suggestion would be to switch to delivering prod data and basically investigate on this. So I'm not sure if Robert or Alexander might have any suggestions or counter arguments, I would say. Alexander, maybe you can. Maybe I'm missing something in all this because you're mostly handling this data delivery and know most of the details.
Right, and I have no idea who
We can hardly hear you.
your speech.
Can you please, Саша, плохо слышно очень тебя.
No idea from my side. You told us complete information.
Okay, then in any case, we return to this topic as soon as RCM is back.
Yeah.
And and then we try this. Yes, please.
Just to understand again correctly, then you will try to copy the data from prod to int and do means of the delivered files in our file interface, MFT.
No, not exactly. Let's say in this way, we will deliver prod data of balanced platform and of CFT to ODS int. I would say it like this. So, and how exactly from which environment it's kind of. So we will be delivering it either from real prod or from the copy, from the copy of the prod that we will have. So we still have to decide. So kind of such statement.
Yeah. But the only interface I have is the MFT. So
yeah, of course we will deliver to MFT. Yes. So.
Yeah, okay. Then once you do that, once you just give me a ping, then I can check if we have any rejections, or because monitoring is not the best here, then I can check if there are some new rejections in the in files and so on. Yeah.
Understood. Then maybe so these were the most, I would say, the most critical, but still overall questions, topics. So I would say another topic is this technical access, and here we continue discussions between various, I would say, security colleagues. It says regional security or central, because kind of it's strange here that FG15 has approved access to RCM, but not to ODS, which is, and when exactly, so that the feedback regarding ODS, I think it really somebody just misunderstood something, or because they have been talking about Cloud Data Hub, about some big documentation update which should happen in September. No idea what they are talking about. So I have forwarded these topics to Thomas, and just some minutes, some half an hour back, Thomas has responded. Really something not relevant. Please have some joint discussion with them. Yeah, please.
Yeah, for me it's relatively clear. If you look at the Connect IT, and then you see ODS has moved to cloud, and if you don't look into the details, then you don't see that Eastern Europe is still running on a dedicated database where only you are running. I mean, if someone talks to you, just this extra explanation might help. We are speaking not about ODS general. This is a special case for audit, and that is also the reason why we have to move to this architectural change away from Informatica, because they want to get rid of either Informatica and the Oracle because they all moved to Snowflake. So this is the pressure we have in this application.
Okay, understood. But generally, I think in all this communication chain from market to FJP11, from FJP11 to FG15, maybe FG15 has been talking to someone else in parallel, something I think just confused in someone's head. And so that's why. So this discussion, we proceed with this discussion from our end and trying to bring it to some conclusion. And maybe the last topic I had in my list, so I think it was this data quality report back from Oliver. Yes, so here, frankly speaking, I'm not sure how far we did follow up, because I think the topics highlighted were not relevant to our immediate issues of commercial financing and especially balance platform. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure. Do we have anything to mention around this? And also, I was a bit struggling to receive actual report, because it was encrypted email, and since we have now external email, yes, so BMW Bank RU, external mail exchange, I struggled a bit to register to receive this. And when I received, it was just a big bunch of how to say, not connected files. So I really had quite a, or would say it quite straight, I was not able to understand the real, how to say, background data. So maybe, I'm sure, maybe Alexander, you have been checking in more details or not?
I just send information every day, and just wait to next step to prepare data for ODS.
No, I mean these 6 points from Oliver, the DQ report. Yeah, that it's some parallel topic. I think, Oliver, you have sent us the detailed extract or Excel files, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was, I think, some encrypted email. Yes, so, and personally, I had an issue to receive this. So, and when I finally received it, it was, well, not comprehensible, I would say. It was a bunch of files.
Yeah. You can upload it again, this result, with and send it via the cloud.
Yeah, maybe it would help, really.
BMW Cloud.
Yeah, we can access. Well, you've been BMW Exchange Drive, right?
Yeah,
this we can access.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would really appreciate this. Okay.
The only thing, Oliver, when you are sending this through the BMW Cloud, please mark a tick in the box accessible through the internet, so colleagues will have much easier access.
Yeah, from Diva, this Europe, we I think will hardly be able to download it, or able, but with multiple extra steps in between, I would say. Well, understand. I have, as of now, I have nothing to add or to mention else. So yeah, I'm not sure. Just in terms of high level next actions, yes. So we have also call scheduled for Thursday, and that's currently last call in any series. So I'm not sure if anybody from more senior stakeholders will join, because I'm just not sure on a higher level how we should proceed. Yes, so we proceed in more task force mode or in more general working mode. So we will see. So I'm currently do not have clear own understanding on this. Yeah, which mechanics we should use to proceed further, I would say, with all these topics.
Well, I would leave on Thursday, and I would just expect someone at the meeting, and then see how to go on.
And I mean, when we see that we find topics that are not easy to solve with the database, we can really do the upload fix via the manual interface. That we say, okay, when we are missing, for example, these links in the business partner contract, for example, that we can add this in via manual interface. Then we have it at least correct then in RCM. And then we have maybe to trace back what is the issue in ODS. And this is then a topic, so Indra, we will have to check this on our side then and see, is it really a topic missing coming from the back office, or it is a topic in ODS? This could be I do not see really big issues. That is, we found some issues that we say we have to check the filters. We have to check is where we have too much data sent to RCM that gets filtered out because there is no link in the contract. Or we have missing data, that some data is not coming to our RCM, and this is what we really have to check. Is the data in ODS wrong, or is this data transfer from Russia to the ODS something not working, not incorrect wording? Maybe you have also a filter on that. I don't know. And this is what we have to trace back. So I think we should do it step by step now. We now try to fix what we can do on our CM side with a manual interface and check, for example, what I said, this CRS topic. And then we trace back and go step by step back to the back office where the data is coming from.
Correct. And one comment, that trace back in reality is often not possible. I saw this because of the huge logic inside ODS, which is implemented, and where we need some where there's business logic implemented, and I have no lineage tool, nothing. Here often must very early involve also you from the delivering party, from CFT, because you say, okay, we are delivering this data, but it does not reach RCM, and just to trace back and say, okay, that should be that there's a missing entry in the MFT file that does not work. It's just maybe like, okay, there is no related dealer for a contract. There's no relationship, but you say, okay, in this files we are delivering it, the data, and we are expecting this on the interface on the other side, and then I can concrete check where it is lost. But just tracing back, in many cases, some simple cases it's not a problem, but in many cases exactly here, it's just impossible.
Yeah, let's see. So.
Okay. Yeah, but because I mean, I would wonder in general, just in terms of kind of expectation management, if such analysis. I mean, if I understand that Sahindra can make some try to see, and if it's not due to no data lineage tool and due to complexity, not obvious what might be the next steps. Yes. So does it mean some user story to maintenance team, or what should be the approach in such case when we really need to understand here, to have an understanding and to fix some issue, but we understand that our local capacities are not enough here to fix, to understand and to fix this. So does it mean a user story to maintenance team, or what does it mean?
I mean that at the end, then we of course also a story to the maintenance team, because that takes many days. That's just time I don't have. To make a complete to all layers, a complete lineage to all layers, and to reconstruct it. That we can do. But often I think the easier way is to see, okay, what you have delivered, and what do you expect, for example, in this outstandings. I expect okay, what kind of outstandings do you deliver to ODS? And then I can follow from both sides, and I can see, okay, where's the data missing?
Okay, clear.
I mean, I would say just the relationship between dealer and contract. You must deliver somewhere this information to ODS, and if it then don't reach CM, it is much more easier.
Yeah, this is clear. So if we can provide kind of what we provide, and what we expect, not sure how far we can provide, but yeah, looks like this should be checked then on a case-by-case basis.
This case by case, that's case by case. But the same, it's exactly the same we had we have always in Portugal, then we have an expert, also an external, Delfina, and then we both together go into the check sometimes in the code and say, okay, what is the expected value and what is the value we really deliver? And then we can then we find the problem in ODS. If there's a problem in ODS, then we find the problem in ODS. Or we find what means problem. Just as I said, I checked ODS production. We don't have nearly no rejections. That means the system is running as defined. If you have a rejection, okay, somewhere we have an error, an exception, means an exception, then it's easy, okay, then something is going wrong, and then we can detect it, but we nearly have no, we have no rejections. So that means, okay, it's running as defined. And then you say, what is wrong defined? That is a problem. It's so sad, we have to go this case by case. When if I get some information, then it will involve you very soon. And say, okay, can you help here out? Can you help? Which data do you deliver, for example, for this field, which is going to RCM? And then you must see.
Okay, understood. So no any further questions or feedback from my side or within this call, I would say.
Okay.
Then I'll come back to you, Oliver, with the CRS related topics, investigation of those teams.
Yeah,
Thank you, colleagues, very much.
Okay, thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.